The Mother of All Books series is something Canadian, homegrown, and very, very motherish. By that I mean that it has very strong mother voices coming through. And to my surprise, as a mother author who hadn't been taken seriously earlier on in her career, it sort of took on a life of its own. I mean, there was the pregnancy book, then the baby book, then the toddler book, then the parenting book, and then the pregnancy organizer. And then next thing I know, the book was being picked up by publishers in other countries, initially the US, but then China, Russia, Indonesia, Greece. I kind of lost track after a while of where the book was coming out, but it was very, very exciting. And I think what really made it exciting for me was the fact that I was engaged in conversations on an ongoing basis with mothers who kept writing to me and saying, when you have the opportunity to revise, could you put this material in, or would you consider that maybe there should be something on this? And it was just like an ongoing dialogue with readers. Back in the 1970s, a typical pregnancy book was very, very doctor-driven. In fact, I collect as a hobby vintage pregnancy and parenting books, and one of them, you open it up and it says, don't talk to your mother friends about when you think you're in labor. Don't trust other mothers. Ask your doctor when you think you might be ready to give birth. So ignore all your intuition. Ignore other women who've given birth. Just listen to the experts. I wanted to write the opposite to that kind of book. Sure, of course it's important to have medical information. That's why I have all my books vetted by a team of experts to make sure that the information is accurate. But I really wanted the mother voices to rise through the text, and for it to be like when you go to a mom's group and you're having a conversation with all these amazing women who share their best advice because they want to help you get through this experience. I can't believe we've actually got to the point where we're bringing out a second edition of the Mother of All Pregnancy books. I have to tell you, it took me longer to revise this book than to write it in the first place, because pregnancy is a huge evolving field. You wouldn't think, like, you know, aren't we giving birth much the same way we always have? But no, the research is just exploding. So in this edition, I had to talk a lot about environmental issues. I had to talk about partners being so involved in birth. They've always been involved, right? Right at conception onwards anyways. But really to reflect the fact that we don't all have traditional relationships. I had to talk about how, you know, different birth choices. I had to talk about preparing yourself for parenthood during pregnancy. We don't just sort of, you know, show up with the baby at home and go, oh yeah, I'm a parent. No, people are being really reflective and thinking about things ahead of time. And I really wanted parents to think about not just their baby, not just their family unit, but the type of community and the type of world they want to have for their children, and to think about those choices all the way through pregnancy. I really want to inspire and empower pregnant women. I want them to realize that pregnancy is a time of opportunity. Not only do you get to inform yourself about choices you can make during pregnancy and about your birth, you can start thinking about the type of mother you want to be and the type of world you want to create for your child. So think, research, talk to other mothers, and take control of your world and your baby's world now.